January and February have been both quite promising for mobile gamers, and hype is getting even more by the day, as in this month we're gonna be having some of the biggest games coming out the whole year. Hey guys, it's Mobile, and today we've gathered up the top 20 Android and iOS games you should definitely look into at some point in 2025. Croft, the company known for working on games like PUBG and the Callisto Protocol, just released Dark and Darker Mobile, and it's sitting there on stores ranked as the #1 role-playing game of the year so far. Now you should know, like the original Dark and Darker, the mobile version over here features elements of dungeon crawling, online and offline play, survival mechanics, a class system, and super good graphics as well. And Dark and Darker Mobile is set in a medieval backdrop, with the goal being to gather, loot, and extract successfully before getting killed. It is legitimate, playable offline, free, about 2 GB in size, and definitely worth a shot. If you've been longing for that mech warrior vibe, Explorer here is finally giving us the heavy metal mech action we've been missing on mobile. Now, this is coming from the same team behind Interloper, and this new game here puts you right in the cockpit of your own mech for some legitimately intense one-on-one battles in a first-person view. There's no overhead strategy here, just metal clashing, and it's no downgraded mobile, no nothing. If there is one problem, is that right now this game is an iOS exclusive, but the potential it's aiming is gonna worth buying even an iPhone, or at least for some. Check it out, it's coming out in full in about 2 days. With that being said, Squid Game Unleashed just opened its doors to everybody. No Netflix subscription needed, which is a first, and if you're into the show itself, I think you're gonna love just getting into games. Even if you haven't seen it, no worries, this is all about playing with your friends or against them in a super competitive and slightly less deadly battle royale. It's got some solid customization options, so you can trick out your character with your favorite outfits and modes, and the best part is that it's free now. No ads, no in-app purchases, just pure fun. With that being said, at number 4, we've got Steel Paws. Now coming in hot, and this one's got some mad potential. Well, first off, this game is a beat 'em up with a mix of action and adventure, where you play as this girl teaming with his robot buddies to take down a mysterious tower that only appears once every century. It's a story, and if that sounds wild, the combat looks smooth, and upgrading your companion robots adds a really nice touch. This game is launching exclusively on Netflix as well, so if you've got a subscription, this might be one to keep on your radar. Let's just see if it delivers when it drops in a month. Coming up behind that at number 5, we've got Mad Squad, which actually cranks up the action with a mix of offline and online third-person shooter chaos. It's got a little bit of everything here: battle royale, deathmatch, one-on-one showdowns. What makes it stand out though here is that each hero in your squad packs unique abilities and weapons. So you're not just running and gunning, you're gonna have to be strategizing a lot to dominate. Whether you are taking on AI in offline mode or going head-to-head in real-time multiplayer, with or against friends, the fast response and slick graphics of the game will keep you in the action. Definitely one of the best games in the list so far. Number 6 is Lara Croft. She's back, and this time she's bringing her dungeon exploring all to mobile. Guardian of Light here isn't your typical Tomb Raider. This one's an isometric action platformer that is supposed to be packed with puzzles, swamps, all sorts of dangers that Lara completely ignores. You're gonna be up against the god of death in this game, but you're not gonna have to worry. The touchscreen controls are fully customizable, and if that's not your thing, gamepad support has you covered. It's a premium purchase though at $10, but if you're into fast-paced platforming and clever puzzles, this one's definitely worth keeping on your radar. Titanite is now fully released globally, with its latest update bringing a massive fix to the mayhem. You're part of a daring mission to recolonize a futuristic world where giant AI titans and mechs either fight by your side or pose a serious threat. Now, the open world setting is a stunning mix of cyberpunk landscapes with dangers lurking around every corner, and you can collect, evolve, and battle with your own mechs, all while gearing up with innovative weapons and suits. Do it alone, team up with friends, doesn't matter. All you gotta do is lead your alliance and conquer the battlefield. Spider Fighter 3 is definitely one of those mobile games that surprises you in the best way. It's got solid action, smooth controls, and honestly it's given off serious Spider-Man 2018 PlayStation 4 game vibes. You get to swing around, fight enemies, and the combat's pretty satisfying. The only thing holding it back is that the city feels a little small and you'll want more space to really swing around like Spider-Man. Plus, imagine if multiplayer was added, that would take this game to a whole new level, potentially breaking the internet. However, this game is just a worthy addition to the list, even though it's an old game, but it's here because it's getting constant updates and really deserves another chance. Now, Ubisoft has finally dropped Bump Superbrawl worldwide, and it's about time. This one's a turn-based one-on-one strategy game where you build a lineup of heroes and take on other players in different modes like zone capture, heist, and VIP, and etc. This game's been floating around in soft launch for a while, but now everybody can jump in. It's got that mix of action and strategy, plus plenty of heroes to unlock as well. Ubisoft might not have hyped this one up much, but if you like tactical PvP battles with a competitive edge, this definitely worth adding to your mobile rotation. If you're missing Gundam vs Gundam, Star Wars is a solid replacement. Just added on mobile after a whole year since its PC release, this game nails the cost system, movesets, and team dynamics while adding smoother servers with almost zero connection issues at the very moment. It's also more approachable for new players with detailed move lists and video demos explaining each attack, plus this handy input buffer during bursts to prevent stolen moves. This is a PvP gacha game and it feels just as satisfying and frustrating in times if you don't know how to play it. It's definitely a fun experience for fans of this specific genre. At number 11, there is President Kombat, like Mortal Kombat with a K. I won't have to say this will be your typical fighting game. It's a pretty hilarious over-the-top brawler where the world's most notorious politicians and celebrities settle the score by literally fighting it out. That's the story. With a cast of famous characters and arenas set in iconic locations like New York and North Korea, this game actually throws you in a one-on-one chaos and the combat system's simple enough to dive right into. But mastering takes a little bit of work. The humor, I think, and the good visuals turn each match into a showdown, and what's best is that this game is playable offline as well. At number 12, there is Legacy Reawakening, one of those adventure games that just pulls you in from the start. See, you're this archaeologist getting deep underground in a forgotten world with ancient tech, machines, and a giant robot with memory issues. It's basically got all the right elements to keep you hooked. The whole place is powered by this unknown energy and your job is to rebuild this robot by collecting memory shards. Y'all remember the cartoon Treasure Planet? Kind of inspired by that. Think about this like escape room vibes with visual riddles. I mean, more like the Room games or the Da Vinci games, except you can go and add steampunk in there too. This game is definitely worth trying. There's a free demo for it too. Moving on to number 13, it's Quills and Cats Calico, a mobile game that's based on the popular board game Calico. You play this one solo or compete online with others, solving puzzles by piecing together colorful quilt patterns. And if you didn't really prefer it like that, there is a story mode that definitely pays off in the long run. You can even customize a cat with different outfits, which I'm not gonna lie, possibly the best part. And the game itself is simple, creative, and cozy. It's a solid pick for puzzle fans. Quilts and Cat Calico is available in pre-registrations at the moment, with the full game coming out in a month. Did you forget Dredge? Cause you're in for a treat. This indie gem, which took 2023 by storm, is finally coming to mobile this month. It's like the perfect mix of relaxing and creepy. I mean, it's a fishing RPG, but with some seriously eerie vibes. You start off sailing around, catching fish, collecting trinkets and stuff. Everything is cool by the day, but once night hits, things get intense. The fog rolls in and suddenly it's not just fish you're dealing with, you'll see. If you're into exploration with a side of subtle horror, you have to try this one in just a couple of weeks. With that being said, If you're in the mood for a deeply emotional, visually stunning adventure, although this game hasn't been translated very well to mobile, but still, Dorodon is one of the good-looking games we've seen this month. It takes you on this nostalgic journey through childhood memories brought to life with hand-painted watercolor scenes of a French countryside. See, it ain't just about exploring, it's about reconnecting with the past and uncovering lost family secrets of the character, all while crafting your own journal of memories. This one's almost a special gem that will leave a lasting impression.
We should get out of here.
To my dear fellow quality mobile gamers, even though we've mentioned it more than once here on the channel, Eternights, I have to insist, is the perfect blend of action, romance, and mayhem. See, the unique mix of hack and slash combat and the dating sim elements do make it a really great choice for anybody at any age with any taste. Besides, there is a ton of stylish combo that you can perform to keep the game exciting. Not only that, between the battles you'll be forming bonds, going on dates, and the stakes are pretty high both for love and survival, but Eternights balances it all in the best way possible. What a game. Coming right up at number 17, we have Dream Road Online. Now, it says it's an online game, but it's actually playable offline, and for the 1 GB it's asking, the game is almost a Horizon 2 in graphics. I mean, not that good, but it's close. The only difference is that it is an auto racing game almost, and not an open world game in nature. You will have the option to go third person and first person camera views based on your likings, and a good variety of cars, luxury and supercars to pick and win the trials in over 20 different stages, and developers promised even more. This has been out for only days, and so far it's downloaded 500,000 times with a 5 out of 5 rating on the Google Play Store. With that being said, I've recently found this open world action game, and it's called Oyolista. In this game, you're playing the role of an online motorcycle taxi driver, just a delivery driver with dreams of owning a big house and earning big. So it's not about delivery that you're going to be doing, there's racing around the time and upgrading your ride for bigger tips. The more cash you make, the closer you get to that dream home, which you can then name for bragging. There's also a daily leaderboard to compete on and fair play rules to keep things interesting. It's free, offline, about 0.5 GB in size. So, it's no longer a question, but if you're into or you want more hack and slash action that have a twist, switching heroes, which is an idle RPG, might be what you're looking for. This game has you climbing in ranks and towers, except, and it's a big one, you can switch between heroes in the middle of the battle, activating their special skills for some crazy combos. See, it's got that idle system too, so even when you're not playing, your hero is just summoning weapons and farming items. It's super easy to play in both portrait and landscape modes, and the best part is to bring in help by dropping your other heroes right in the middle of battle in real time. We've had tower defense games before. There's a ton of them, and they're all pretty much great. But imagine you're the last line of defense, every wave is more intense than the last. On top of that, the tower defense thing is like Art of War and Clash of Clans at a baby. Now, Eternights Frontier War is exactly that. In a world where darkness is literally creeping in and it's up to you to defend the kingdom, you've got archers, knights, and towers to defend with, and each night it gets harder. If you like tower defense games, this one adds a real sense of challenge, and it's very friendly with little to almost zero pay-to-win elements. Number 21. If you're up for a challenge and like roguelikes that are fast, fun, with variety, Dungeon Roller is definitely worth a go. This game's a top-down hack and slasher where you're basically a snowman warrior rolling through some pretty gnarly dungeons, but you've got skills like dash, parry, and some special abilities that will keep you alive and keep things fun. There's over 80 levels to master and some intense boss battles that will definitely push you to the limits, so whether you're going for achievements, gearing up, or doing daily quests, Dungeon Roller here keeps it fresh. And last but not least, we've got here something called Get Amped Idle Adventure, which is bringing in fast-paced, no-stress action, and if you're into flashy combat with zero grind, this might be your thing. Well, obviously, it's an idle RPG with a brawl-style twist, meaning you get big battles, flashy skills, and tons of characters to mess around with, all without needing to micromanage every second per se. The game throws lots of stages, boss fights, PvP tournaments, and even a 10v10 duel system at you. Plus, there is a deep upgrade system. If you like auto battlers but want more action, this could be worth checking out.